I'm not sure if anybody does this. I have to have lists in my head. I have to have lists written down on paper. It's like a to-do list, but what I'll do is brain dumping. I'll dump every single thing in my head that's causing anxiety or anything that just pops in my head. I'll start writing it down. Even if it doesn't make any sense, I'll write it down.
Hi everyone, Dr. Naveed Shah here, and before we get into the video, I want to tell you about this video's sponsor, the Delta V. Delta V is the all-in-one lung training solution with adjustable airflow. Whether you're recuperating from a respiratory ailment, rehabbing your lungs, eager to boost your lung capacity, or dedicated to cultivating optimal lung health, Delta V stands ready to accompany you every step of the way. Visit our website, deltav.rehab, or call us at 410-871-4601 to order your Delta V today. Now let's get into it.
Okay, I'll just start writing it down. Then I'll take apart and dissect that list to see which ones are priority, which one's really in my head, and I need to tackle those things. My point is that let's say you have interstitial lung disease, you have COPD, you also have emphysema and chronic bronchitis. You also have sarcoidosis, and you also have this, and you also have bills you got to pay. You also have a job. You also have this you got to do, okay? And you have this whole collage of everything that you have to do, okay? If you don't tackle that list, what happens? The list just keeps getting bigger. But as soon as you start working on that list that's in your head, you start tackling your anxiety. You start, okay, I'm having a problem with walking. So I start working on walking. Now walking is easier. Now you're taking that problem that was on your list that was in your head when you were brain dumping, trying to release all these things that's making up your anxiety onto paper so you can visually see the problem. And that list just keeps getting bigger and bigger. And then it goes into you go into a state of depression because it feels like it's unmanageable. And then your willingness isn't very high. Your ability is high. The ability is very high. Like your ability to do therapy, to start working on yourself is very high, but your willingness is not, because everything you do, it just feels like you're in worst case scenario. You're at the bottom of the barrel or something, and I know it's very tough to get out of that, but you have to tackle your list. You don't want to keep adding in more and more, and then it turns into quicksand, really. I mean, you put stress upon stress. First, that's a little manageable, but you put another stressor on top, another stressor. You start where you can't move, you can't breathe, and you become very hostile to everybody. Everyone that says, hey, how's it going? Oh, it's just wonderful today. Oh, it's just wonderful. You start becoming very sarcastic and very argumentative. Very hard to approach that type of person. We don't want that to happen, but that to people, that happens all the time. But we can't emphasize how much we need pulmonary rehab in our life. And even if somebody doesn't have lung disease, learning how to just breathe and walk, it just means the world for them, because they can do more, especially at an athletic level.